how did you come up with the therapeutic cream that was developed was actually a really cool story. So walk everybody through like the process that happened on how you ended up at what is now, Victis Therapeutic Cream.
Yeah, so is the Genesis Victis Therapeutic Cream 1,000 milligram formula that you see today on the Victis website is it's very interesting. So you know I had developed, at small scale, certain aloe-based gels that had menthol and CBD, et cetera, for that was being white labeled by smaller CBD
So
companies.
people came
Yeah,
to you saying, "Hey, we really want this. We know
yeah,
you've got
yeah,
expertise in this
yeah,
area. You've got farming
yeah,
experience. You've got the genetics. Like you've
yeah.
got all this science. Will you make something
Yeah,
for us that we can put our own brand on?"
and
Right?
even from that part, they were just more concerned of can you, we really like this product. We don't know how to make it. Can you make something similar, right? And so I'm a chemist, and so I'm not a cosmetologist or something like that, right? Where I could formulate lotions and this and that by trade, but I knew how to break down chemicals and make formulas. And so essentially, we started off making certain small brands for boutique CBD shops that they could basically white label. And then, we got in basically with this, uh, with the pain cream. Very interesting enough with Lawrence, we got in basically with a prime DoD contractor who said that, hey, could this work on, like Navy SEALs? I was like, oh, you bet. If we could formulate something for, an elite fighting force like Navy SEALs or anyone who's out on the front line in battle theaters, that would be a great product, and I know it would help them, right?
Yeah.
And so Victus 1,000 milligram cream, it came about because, we wanted something that was, very portable, but also, very rapidly acting. And then also very kind of, if you didn't
Had
get
to
a
be
chance to,
stable also, right? Because depending
temperature
on
stable,
you
etc.
engineered this so it could be taken literally around the
Yeah.
world for somebody in the
Yeah.
most extreme of conditions and would work for them, right?
Exactly. So what we did was when we were in the testing phases of the formulation, and the reason why we got all the way up to the 1,000 milligram strength is, that acted the fastest, and we have sort of excipient ingredients in there that would enhance the effect of CBD and and act as entourage effect without any of the THC or anything. So it was zero THC. We got up to the 1,000 milligrams, and
Which,
we
by the way, when you came up with that formulation and circled it around the group, I went, we had done a ton of market research, right? And I couldn't find anybody else
yeah
that was the most potent, or I'd say the strongest formulation for any 2-ounce container in the world
yeah
at the time, right?
right
And I think
right
people have copied you since, but
yeah
it was you basically said, I want to create what's going to be the strongest formulation that nobody's done before that could be used in the most extreme conditions,
yep.
right? And that was your thinking behind the
Exactly.
product.
Exactly. And that it just had to work. And then if you didn't have a chance to basically wash your hands, that it wasn't going to impede your, basically effect to, operate gear, right?
And it
Because
wasn't gonna, and it's not gonna smell.
it's
It's not gonna stink.
it's not going to smell
I mean,
because
chiropractors
that's
love it.
very important.
Chiropractors love it because why? I mean, they
Yeah.
get customers that come in and they're putting it on their back or
Yeah.
their shoulder or whatever's
Yeah.
bothering them, and it's not like they're walking out,
Yeah.
smelling like a orange marmalade or
Yeah.
what's a pine sol or some
Yeah. Yeah.
menthol something or
So,
other, right?
the thing is, like for chiropractors, and, I did have, a group of chiropractors test the formulation out as well on their patients. But, and, the feedback that we got, yes, menthol can be a active and, sort of an effective ingredient because, it does kind of draw your mind away from the pain with the cooling effect. But, CBD really works at the molecular level to help alleviate pain and inflammation.
Yeah.
Okay. It's not sort of just a superficial sort of relief. But with the menthol, the reason why in this particular formulation we left out the menthol was because, the group of chiropractors that we worked with the testing on patients, they had a lot of patients who would come in during, office hours, active work hours, and they didn't want to go back out, smelling like menthol or et cetera, right?
Yeah.
And so this was a
Like one of those car freshener things you hang from your
that's right.
from your rear view mirror,
Yeah.
right? That's the last
Yeah.
thing you want to be leaving a doctor's appointment, going
Right.
back
And
to an
so,
office or
it's
your
not that,
family or something like that.
we can't introduce new products
Actually,
that contain.
it might do Josh some good. I mean, he only we're trying to encourage that guy to take a shower every
Yeah.
once in a while. But
Well, maybe
see where
we
he
should make a
gets.
mentholated product for Josh then. But yeah, so I mean, the beauty is
What
that
would we call a mentholated product for Josh? That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The little rear view mirror trees.
oh do Josh.
Oh, do Josh. Oh man. Golly. Okay, I'm so totally sidetracked. Just keep going.
Yeah. No, and so again, we designed the product to work in pretty extreme conditions. We tamped it down to be more civilian friendly, and that's how Victis 1,000 milligram cream came about.